Hi. I'm so excited for today's episode. Welcome to the first episode of Hot Girl Healing. I am literally so excited to jump into this with you guys. If you don't already know this, my page on Instagram, on TikTok, on now YouTube is sort of a place where I have women of all different ages, sizes, and everything. Just come, feel supportive, feel seen, feel heard, and you guys are always in my DMs. We're always chatting, yapping away, which is like my favorite thing to do. Questions on how to feel your best, how to be more confident, how to love yourself more. And I think in this world today, we have none of that. I mean, we're in the land of Ozempic, and listen, I'm not even gonna get into that in this episode, but I'm here to answer your most asked questions, to get into the nitty gritty, so that way you can hopefully live a better life, your best life. So, welcome to the first episode of Hot Girl Healing. Make sure to put all your little questions down below. I'm so happy you're here. I feel like this goes without being said, but I am no professional, okay? This is my personal experience as somebody that deals with body dysmorphia, that deals with, insecurities, just struggles on the daily like everyone else. These are things that have helped me love myself more and be in a place where I feel happy. I feel like I need to give you guys a little backstory on me before I even get into this. So, the reason I started my platforms was because COVID hit. I've always loved creating content, always loved creating fashion content, but there was never someone that was posting authentic, relatable, body positivity content, and never somebody that looked like me. Back in 2020, like, the world filled with people that looked like Kylie Jenner, BBLs were a thing. I mean, everyone looked like the dream body, right? Like, it was never someone normal. It was never a healthy body. It was never a attainable body, right? Like, no one had rolls, no one had pimples, no one had stretch marks, no one had anything. Honestly, everyone looked like this or this. And I just could not relate. So basically I came online and was like, hey, I Facetune my photos because I don't like myself. What are we gonna do with that? And honestly, it built a community overnight. I remember my first video on TikTok was styling Emma Chamberlain's look on my mid-size, size 8 or 6 body at the time, or 10, I can't even remember. My body fluctuates so much. And I went from 0 to 50,000 followers overnight, and I already knew that that was the niche that I should go into. And then the second portion of this was, I was on the show What Would You Do? And I'm gonna get into that in a different episode. But basically, the episode was built around shaming this larger woman at the gym, and it involved me, and it was completely unscripted. Like, I didn't even know they were filming me until after. Basically, me just standing up for her, and it was so genuine, and I realized, listen, like, this is something I'm passionate about. Clearly, I have this intense reaction to people putting down other women and shaming a beautiful body, right? So yeah, it kind of just built from there, and here we are, like 4 or 5 years later. This has become my full-time job, and I have 3 platforms now with such an incredible community, and YouTube has been a platform that I feel like I've just been neglecting. I am a yapper, if you can't already tell. Some of my goals in life has been to speak on like panels for female empowerment, or talk about growth on social media, or just like even in like confidence panels, because I feel like we need that big sister advice out there, again, in the world of Ozempic and being like the tiniest version of yourself. I need to be out there preaching this stuff because I fully feel it in my soul. Like, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So to get that ball rolling, I'm starting today with this episode, Hot Girl Healing. Still working on the name. If you guys have anything else that you think is better, let me know. Today's questions, we're answering 5 of like my most asked questions around body image, self-love, body positivity, confidence, the main 4. Okay, let's get into it. The first question, how did I become so confident? I feel like nobody realizes when I create all this content where I probably seem like my most confident self, and life is great, and I don't sit here and look at myself in the mirror every day and wonder why I don't look like other people or compare myself. I do. I'm putting my best self out there on social media. I'm being relatable, I'm being authentic, but also like I still am human, and I have a mirror and social media, and it's just loud noise in my ear, in my head all day. So I think kind of how I like lessen that for myself and become more confident is that I thoroughly believe in creating a healthy, positive space up here. Because if you're mean to yourself up here or you create a negative space, what are you gonna do? You have nobody in your corner. You can't expect other people to fill your life with positivity, right? Like, that is an extra, and it's great when you find the right people that make you feel loved and seen and heard. But if you're not treating yourself with respect, or if you're not your biggest cheerleader, how can you expect anyone else to be? Step one, creating a positive, supportive, wonderful space in your mind as much as you can. Like, if you have a negative thought and you're like, oh, why don't I look like her? Try and change it to being like, well, thank God I don't look like her. She's perfect for herself, but I'm me. I'm unique. I'm me. There's one of one. Like, I'm so happy with how I look. Life is so damn short to be sitting here and wasting it worrying about how you look or comparing yourself for your looks for someone else. No, 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 no. You know what else you are other than beautiful, smart, capable, kind to other people and yourself, caring, empathetic. These are so much more important. And listen, I have my moments too where I'm like, yeah, those things are great, but like, I wish I looked and felt beautiful. No, you're not alone, okay? Literally everyone on this planet feels the same way as you. There is always grass is greener. Everyone feels this way. And that's never gonna go away. I think it's just like something we deal with as humans. But again, creating that safe space up there will already put you ahead of the curve. Okay, let's move on to the next question. How do I practice self-love? This is such a good one because I have never really thought about it until now. And I think the ways that I practice self-love is through posting, to be honest. Like, being vulnerable with myself online and seeing the reactions I get. I mean, sometimes I'll make a post and I get so nervous. I'm like, oh, my cellulite is showing, or like I have a roll, like, can I go into Facetune and just fix that? And I'm like, stop what you're doing. Literally put the phone down before you do something bad. I post it, and the DMs I get of other people saying definitely give you that reassuring moment of like, okay, I was being a bit ridiculous. Like, why am I so hyper-focused on my cellulite, which everyone has, by the way? Why am I so focused on that? Why am I not focused on being a better version of myself for people around me or my family or even myself? So it really led me to a lot of thinking, but I think the way that I practice self-love is by challenging myself. Some other things that I do to practice self-love is spend time off social media. And I feel like that is such a big one for most people nowadays, getting the brick and just like literally logging off of life. But also managing who you follow, right? Like, recently I've been following such cool girls that I think really relate to me, and it's not even about what their body looks like or if it's similar to me. It's literally if they just create a fun page that makes me feel inspired or happy to be myself or happy to be online. Because I think online is such a negative space at the moment, and I don't know about you, but I don't have any more room for that. So I think it's just about following the right people and being okay with removing people that no longer suit you. I'm going to tag some people below that have really been just making it so much fun to go online. I hope that they bring you a lot of happiness as well. The next question is how to be confident when you are the biggest one in your friend group. This is a loaded question because that has been me my entire life, literally. And you know what's so funny is, like, big is such a negative, dark, gross word. I hate that word. I hate that I've ever used that word to myself, thought about it, compared myself to the word big. Like, that word literally just needs to go away. But I hear you with this question because I have, again, dealt with this my entire life. So what to do when you were the biggest one in your friend group. You know, there was this one video that I made where it was like me calling my skinniest friend when I'm having a bad day. Never happens. Am I calling my best friend because they're skinny? No. No. Is it even crossing my mind in that moment that they're skinny and I'm calling them? No. calling my best friend, because my best friend is my safe space. My best friend is someone I can go to when things are going wrong, or I need to chat, or I just want to speak, literally just word vomit, replay what I just said, and really sit with it, because I think that kind of gives you a whole different perspective on being the biggest in the friend group. Why are you hanging out with these people? Is it because they're skinny? Is it because they have your dream body? No. No. I don't know anyone that is doing that. You're hanging out with them because they bring you so much joy in life, because they support you and they make you happy, and these are people that you want to spend your time with. That's why. Not because they're skinnier or because they have this dream body. So I think you have to think about it in that way. And I know it can be really hard when you're in a bad space or a negative mindset, but you know, I've never hung out with someone because they look the way I want to look. Question number 4, what to do when you're feeling insecure? Oh, girl. Give me your tips below, everybody. Daily movement, working out, going on a walk and getting a coffee. Knowing that at the end of the walk, I'm getting a sweet treat instantly lifts my mood. Does it make me confident? No, but it makes me feel better, which is already creating a better environment for myself than where I was starting. I wear outfits that make me feel good, usually oversized looks. Wearing tight clothes sometimes really just triggers different insecurities that I didn't even know I had. Spending time outside, spending time with friends that make me feel good, going on a solo date, journaling. Journaling, I know people hate to hear that one, but it is a place to just literally throw all your thoughts in one, and nobody's gonna judge you. No one's reading this thing but me. Last question. It's a good one. Things that make me feel confident. So I wrote some things down here. Daily movement, because I think when I put on like a podcast or music, it shuts out all of this noise. Because I create a lot of noise in here. I create scenarios, and sometimes I am my worst critic. So daily movement forces me to get out of my head. Outfits that are not restricting, like I mentioned before. Things that I can control, who I follow. Again, this goes back to everything I just said. It's all about control, right? Like, it's so important to make these decisions because they dictate the rest of your day, your week, your year. I think surrounding yourself with people that uplift you, creators that uplift you, I think that is the power of social media. I think there's so much negative talk online when it is just about who you follow. Now, yeah, does the platforms kind of like push stuff on you? Yeah, of course. But recently I've been literally loving spending time on social media because it is such a positive, exciting space to be in. There was a moment of time where I was like, oh, what am I doing? Why am I in this space? Like, it's so negative. And I realized I should just block these people. It does not matter to them or me if I follow them. They probably won't even notice. But like, why am I following people that I don't care about? Their content doesn't do anything for me. I'm bored. Or it just makes me feel like crap about myself. Not happening. It's 2026. We're not doing that anymore. I think another really big thing that makes me feel confident is practicing boundaries, self-worth, and self-respect. I think each scenario that you get into with friends, with family, with yourself, with work, that puts you in a moment where you have to make these decisions, and prioritizing your peace and prioritizing yourself and not caring what anyone else has to say about it, or if they get it, because it literally doesn't matter. As long as you are doing what you need to do, that gives me so much confidence because I feel so much stronger in myself that I made these decisions to give myself a better life. And I know it sounds kind of like dramatic. This small little thing that I made a decision on is going to change my whole life. But the more you make these small decisions, it builds up into a lifestyle. And that's how you walk around. And people tell me all the time, oh my God, Hope, you just get it. You have so much self-worth, so much self-respect. You just know who you are. That took me my entire life to get to this point. Oh my God, like again, that's a story for another time, but that did not just come overnight. I had to go through things to get to this point where I feel like I can even speak on camera about this stuff. Just know you are not alone in any of this. We're all going through it. There's a reason people are asking all these questions, and these are the top 5 that I've been asked. So don't be scared to ask more questions below. I want to do more of this series. I think that it will heal a lot of you, and also like at the same time it's healing me. So that being said, love you guys. Thank you for listening to episode 1, and I'll see you soon. Bye.